Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Fairy bread dreams and a slang so sweet, he'll make you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light. Not just a friend, your family too. Bob, this song is just for you. Here's to Bob, yeah, the legend we know, calling every slide, every wild show, from the land down under to the Knucklehead crew. Bob, tonight we race for you. From all of us here at Knuckleheadz Racing, thank you for every lap, every word, and every year you've given us. This one's for you, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. make you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light. Not just a friend, your family too. Bob, this song is just for you. Here's to Bob, yeah, the legend we know, calling every slide, every wild show, from the land down under to the Knucklehead crew. Bob, tonight we race for you. Bob, from all of us here at Knuckleheadz Racing, thank you for every lap, every word, and every year you've given us. This one's for you, mate. Ladies and
Alright, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We've got another episode of MOTOWEAR TV coming your way. And I just realised I've been playing the wrong intro song for the last couple of weeks. Been playing the Bob Show, not the Bob Show one, the Bob Tribute song that the boys, they did a round tribute to me. Where the cars are all painted up, etc. And been playing that intro song, not my proper intro song those last few weeks. So apologies for that. Alright, last race of the racing. Knuckleheadz iRacing League here on MOTOWEAR TV, courtesy of BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Look at MOTOWEAR International Limited late models coming your way tonight. It's going to be dirt limited late models here at Port Royal Speedway. Currently got a minute or two left in practice, so enough time to get out there and see who the quickest cars are before we get on over to our racing 25 lap Consi. 50 lap main event to come here tonight, so a lot of racing. We've got 14 drivers registered. Josh Roberts, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, John Bennett, they're the 5 quickest. Brett Vanderwood, Chris Dandridge, Mike Davis, Keith McLean, Mike Nixon, the 6 to 10, the 11 to 13, Jonathan Foxworth, Kelly McKellen and Doug Norton. We've got Mike Butler, Yoda Outlaws driver, yet to get out on the track. is the quick time. 19.1 seems to be around the quickest time since. 19.06 for John Bennett. There's the 22 of Chris Dandridge. Go to Outlaws Machine. The 75 of Kent McLean. How are we all today, guys and girls? Who are you here to watch? Let me know in the chat. As always, we'll try and make sure they get their moment in the sun. Chris with a big crash into the wall there. Ooh, our first like. Mr. Brian Angel, good luck out there tonight, sir. Wish you guys the best of luck. And the share, appreciate you, brother. Get everyone's eyes on this one. It's going to be a good night. We've switched over to qualifying. 5-minute session opened up. Ken McLean, Wayne Bridges, first two cars out on the track. Looks like the 00 of Mike Butler also getting ready to roll on out. shop. Still just the two cars out there qualifying. Chris Standridge, three. Chris is out there with a 19.224. Oh, here we go. Now some times it's starting to come in. My system's not showing all the drivers that are out there. Just updated Jonathan Foxworth, but Ken McLean 19.071 quick time. Brian Angel 19.169. Kenneth McLean, thank you for the like, sir. Wayne Bridges 19.182, third quickest 19.224 Chris Standridge, 19.255 of Travis McDonald as he slides into the top 5 spot. Mikey Mixter 19.329 in 6th, 19.438 for Mike Davis, Doug Norton 19.597. Looks like Mikey Mixter and Mike Davis swap spots, 19.287 for Mikey Mixter, Mike Davis 19.283. See Josh Roberts there on the track, Jonathan Foxworth. Halfway mark of qualifying. 12 of the 14 cars have qualified. Mike Butler, John Bennett still yet to get out there. Josh Roberts, those skewers, second quickest with a 19.165, 400ths of a second quicker than Brian Angel. But John Bennett comes in with a 19.071. Teammate Ken McLean also with a 19.071, but you would imagine that the fourth decimal spot is slightly quicker. So John Bennett would be on like a 0714, 0715 or higher for Ken McLean, that type of thing. There he is there, quick time John Bennett, 19.071. Same time as his teammate, 19.077. His second laps was his last lap, so yeah, very consistent there, just 0.006 of a second off that quick time. Welcome back, John. Wrapping up the qualifying time here. Looks like Mike Butler not going to get out on the track to get a time in. So Brett Vanderwood, Brian Angel, Chris Standridge, the sole Yoda Outlaws drivers to... Oh no, there's Mike Butler there on our screens. Gets a 20.093 in. Josh Roberts, good luck out of there tonight. Thank you for the share, brother. Starting alongside John Bennett in... Oh no, we're going to have 3 heats. We're going to have 3 heats, Bob, not 4. Not 2, rather. All right, it is going to be... why are we not on the leader? John Bennett and Brian Angel on that front row. Chris Standridge and Brett Vanderwood on that second row. Jonathan Foxworth in that third row. We've got all 3 Yoda Outlaws drivers in Heat 1. Let's see how that sort of will progress. Alright, Heat 1, the MOTOWEAR International Limited late model is about to start. Veterans Day in the States as well. Thank you everyone who has served and put themselves at the forefront of that sort of thing. Done a lot of work over the years with iRacing leagues and the Wounded Warriors Project, Wounded Warriors Veterans Service, a number of other ones. So some great groups out there supporting veterans coming home. All right, here we go. Pace truck has left the track. We're about to get our 6 laps of Port Royal Speedway underway. Light flashes, flag will drop. Here we go. Accelerator down. Boys racing into sound like a golem there. Into ones and twos. John Bennett, Brian Angel, 1 and 2 there. Brett Vanderwood, Jonathan Foxworth, Chris Standridge. Very Yoda Outlaws heavy heat race, this one. It's guaranteed we'll have a Yoda Outlaws driver. You will guarantee there will be a Yoda Outlaws driver on the podium finish here tonight in Heat 1. Who will it be? Will it be Brian Angel? Will it be Brett Vanderwood? Will it be Chris Standridge? Will it be more than one of them? Right now though, John Bennett, leader of the longest line. Pretty much racing in this same order. John Bennett, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standridge, Jonathan Foxworth. Yoda Outlaws currently has second, third, and fourth. B-Main Bandit in fifth, but the BAM Motorsports driver John Bennett, not often we get to see him on the screens, has had some computer and internet issues, but here he is tonight and doing well. Lap 5 of 6, 2 to go. Still our race leader for Heat 1. John Bennett gets that start finish line, gets the first of our checkered flags in our heat races. Still 2 more to come. But John Bennett locks in the first one. All right, Jonathan Fox with the B-Main Bandit in 5th. Yoda Outlaws secured 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Chris Standridge, Brett Vanderwood, and Brian Angel in that order. J&J Motorsports, John Bennett, and BAM Motorsports driver will take out our race lead. Our race finish, win. Heat win. We'll get it right in a moment. John Bennett's teammate Kent McLean and Travis McDonald on the front row of Heat 2. Mike Davis and Kelly McKellen, Heat 3, row 2. And on that third and final row, the remaining Yoda Outlaws driver Mike Butler. Modigi Mafia, the bigger team in this particular heat race. Might get up to the leader now, thank you. Still just waiting on Kelly McKellen to join the field. Looks like he hasn't, so if he starts, he will start from the pits. Kelly McKellen, thank you for the share, brother. Hopefully you get out there from the pits for Heat 2, or at least line up for the con so you get yourself a good starting position in the feature. Our pace truck has left the track. Good start there. Looks like Kelly McKellen not able to reach for the race. Looks like he is out. Up the front though, Travis McDonald's going to make a move on Kent McLean. Mike Davis is back there behind him in third as they are side by side. 4-car race. Mike Davis and Mike Butler back there in that second row. Up in the front row here, Kent McLean, Travis McDonald. Kent's got the slight advantage on that high line. Halfway mark almost there. Kelly McKellen has managed to get into the race. So he might have had a bit of a sim issue, but managed to get on the track. 3 laps down, so unless there's a caution, he is going to finish in 5th place, but at least he's back. He's able to race his way into the Consi after our 3rd heat. Go white flag lap. Heat 2 just about finished here. Kent McLean has been the race leader the entire heat. He is looking to score that front row start alongside teammate John Bennett. And Motorsports would love the front row 1 and 2 spots. They will still race each other pretty competitively, but it will be entertaining as we get the Heat 2 checkered flag. All right, results for Heat 2. There's victory lane. That's what we're actually here racing forward. Motowear Mafia got 5th and 4th. Kelly McKellen and Mike Davis. Showed Outlaws, Mike Butler in 3rd. Travis McDonald finished 2nd, but Bam Motorsports, Kent McLean takes out the Heat 2 victory. Heat 3 is lining up. That one is going to be a 4-car field. It's going to be Josh Roberts and Wayne Bridges on that front row. Mikey Mixter and Doug Norton on that 2nd and final row. Alright. Pace truck has left the track. Boys going to come into 3 and 4. We'll get this one underway. This is the last of our heat races for the racing week. MOTOWEAR International Limited late model still got a Constellation B main and A main to run. So 2 more races after this. Well, 2 more races, not rounds, races. This is a full round. Shut up, Bob. Right, off we go and racing. Up the front, Josh Roberts off to a good start with Wayne Bridges. Mikey Mixter, Doug Norton back there behind him. So Mikey's going to slide up in front of Doug Norton. No, he's going to stay down low, follow Wayne Bridges around the track. Josh staying up very high. Side by side, Mikey Mixter and Doug Norton. Doug gone down low, Mikey staying up high. Actually, no, that's Doug up high. I think Mikey down low. Yeah, it is. Sorry, that's my mistake. Reese Monument's Reese Monument's 42. Josh Roberts. It's almost an 8/10 of a lead here over the second place Wayne at Bridges. Doug Norton back there behind him with Mikey Mixter in 4th so far. 2 laps still to come. Last lap, it's going to be Josh Roberts, Wayne at Bridges, Doug Norton, Mikey Mixter. I think I did that little whistle. Then, yes, with Josh getting the checkered flag. Not sure the car's slamming him. No, they missed. They all missed. Josh Roberts, congratulations, picking up the Heat 3 victory. Results are as follows. Mikey Mixter in 4th. Modi Murphy's Doug Norton 3rd. Wayne Bridges 2nd. But J&J Motorsports driver Josh Roberts in our 1st place. So the 3 heat race victors will go through to the feature race. The remainder of those cars will line up. And we'll race this 15 lap. Is it 15 or 25 lap Consi? We'll race this B main Consi race. The order will be as follows. It's going to be Brian Angel and Travis McDonald on the front row. Wayne Bridges and Brett Vanderwood 2nd row. 3rd row is going to be Mike Butler and Doug Norton. Chris Standridge and Mike Davis on that 4th row. Mikey Mixter and Jonathan Foxworth 5th row. Kelly McKellen will round out that 6th and final row. I'll get it right in a moment. What's that? Not smokes, I guess. Ugh. There's a coffee in the microwave. Oh, I didn't mute myself. I went to unmute myself after I was talking to the boss. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. Give a glimpse into the life of BobbethTV. 20 laps. So 70 laps still to come. 20 laps in the Consi. The main event will be a 50 lap affair. That is going to be massive. Pace truck has left the track. 20 lap Consi race, 11 cars. This will decide the starting order behind our 3 heat race fit winners. Let's see who is going to take it out. Brian Travis McDonald, Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Doug Norton, the 5, Mike Butler, Mike Davis, Chris Standridge, Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Mixter, Kelly McCallum, the 6 to 11. Yeah, the 92, a little bit of door-to-door action there, but that is racing. Oh, the O almost, the O, the 00. Mike Butler almost got turned there. We're able to keep that. Mike Davis got right up on his rear end, but how they both managed to pull up and not turn each other is anyone's guess, but congratulations. Good, well, congratulations, but well done is what I meant to say. Keeping it green. Quite thick and heavy back here in the last half of this field. So Mike Butler might come unstuck there. He's fallen pretty far off the field. Yellow flag has come out. Don't see there's any crashes, but I just don't see any Mike Butler passing. Check this one out here. No, that's not going to be it. Maybe this one. Contact that we've watched play out. Nothing happened there. The 13 Mike Mixon, no. I think where the caution had come out, but it doesn't look like there is a crash at all. Did see Mike fall well back down the field though. It's nothing registered on the telemetry. There it is. Chris Standridge has got into the 00. Mike Butler got him up into the wall. That is what has brought out our caution. As we get close to the restart here, let's have a look at our points. So it was Chris, Dawson, and Travis, I believe, that will be taking the EOLs this week. No Dawson, so just Chris and Travis. Chris Standridge currently in the pit, as is our pace truckers. We're going to get this one back underway. Lap 8 of 20 for the Constellation B main race. MOTOWEAR International Limited late models. Up the front with Brian Angel and Brett Vanderwood, Doug Norton, Wayne at Bridges, the 5. Mike Davis, Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Butler, 6 to 10, Chris Standridge in 11, still in the pits. The 29 and the 99, they are side by side through that exit there. That was fun to watch. Well, the 92 set, the 99 wasn't able to set where he wanted to. That's going to affect that run. So they come down the back stretch. Halfway mark, 10 laps in, 10 still to come. That's Mikey Mixter having a bit of a blink issue back there. Kellen McKellen? Not sure. Actually, I think it is Kellen McKellen. 48 car, the black one. Yellow flag out. Mikey Mixter that crashed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Mikey and Mike Butler. Can we get a mic check? Mikey Mixter, Mike Butler coming into contact, bringing our latest caution. Right, give me one moment, folks, just while we get this one set back up. Oh, coughing fit. All right, the constant race is back underway with just a handful of laps to go. We're going to get to our static cams and stay up front with Travis McDonald, who looks like he will be our eventual winner of the B-main. Doug Norton there behind him in second, with Wayne Bridges currently third. Jonathan Foxworth, Brett Vanderwood fourth and fifth. 3 to come. We're up for our massive 50-lap main event. All right, right before the finish of the race, we get our latest caution. Let's see. Telemetry's really not showing me who's crashing before the yellow's called lately. Oh, was that Travis? Was it Travis that crashed? Go back. Go back. What the heck happened there? Oh, and I keep missing it! These stupid freaking cameras. Travis McDonald, camera 1. There we go. Alright, so he comes down the straightaway. I'm not sure. Oh, he's got the EOL. Oh, we're going to miss the finish of the race because we're watching that. No, we're not. Oh, thank God. Okay, so he's got the EOL. He's got the EOL start in tonight's feature race, so I imagine that is what he's doing. Alright, pace trucks left the track. This one's going to be extended out to a 23 lap, but Cruisey lap 22 and 23 green white checkered finish on our hands. New race leader is going to be Jonathan Foxworth or Doug Norton. Can the B-Main Bandit hang on and take out this Cruisey race? Will Doug Norton get past him? Can Brett Vanderwood or Wayne Bridges sneak by? Doesn't look like it as we come into the white flag lap run. Chris Sanders still in the pits, unfortunately. The MTR Farms 29 comes around 3 and 4 for the last time. The B-Main Bandit is going to score the B-Main victory here. Congratulations, Jonathan Foxworth. Handed the victory basically by Travis, who's got an EOL anyway coming up. All right, let me just get to the results of the Cruisey. All right, it is Chris Sanders, Yoda Outlaws, and Brian Angel 11th and 10th. Mikey Mixter in 9th, Travis McDonald 8th, Yoda Outlaws, Mike Butler in 7th. Mo Diggy Mafias, Kelly McKellen and Mike Davis 6th and 5th. Yoda Outlaws, Brett Vanderwood in 4th. Wayne Bridges in 3rd. Mo Diggy Mafias, Doug Norton in 2nd. But Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit himself, picks up the B-Main victory. The grid for our 50-lap feature race is going to be John Bennett and Kent McLean on the front row. Josh Roberts and Jonathan Foxworth second row. Doug Norton and Wayne Bridges third row. Fourth row is going to be Brett Vanderwood and Mike Davis. Kelly McKellen and Mike Butler fifth row. Sixth row is going to be... it's not Travis McDonald, who'll go to the rear of field. It's going to be Brian Angel and Mikey Mixter, Chris Standridge and Travis McDonald on the rear of that field. Oh, we're not even on our static cam. Starting static cam. One more time. No. Down the backstretch, pace truck is going to leave the track. This 14-car 50-lap feature race, MOTOWEAR International Limited late models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League is about to begin. You will watch this exclusively on BobbethTV, only on BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Let's get this one going. Off we go and racing. A little bit of low line real estate being used up down there. Looked like it was going to be a bit of an issue, but they sorted it out as we come racing around to complete our first lap. Let's get to our race cams. I'll work out which is the software I'm using. It's this one. There we are, side by side BAM Motorsports drive. Oh no, caution out. might have been Mike Butler, Mikey Mixter. The mics are getting into it each other again. There's Mike Butler up top, Mikey Mixter behind him. Oh, Mike comes down across the nose of one of the other cars, gets shot up above the other cars, and there's a few extra ones actually caught up in that weren't registered in the crash. But that is our first caution for our feature race as we reset to our starting cams. Lap 4 when we get this one back underway. Mike Butler, Mikey Mixter still in the pits. There's a long line on that infield, inside line there. Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge, Kelly McKellen, Brian Angel. So we've got one more time around. We might be letting the guys have a bit of time in the pits. Now lining up too wide though now. So Brian Angel, John Bennett, Kent McLean on that front row, Jonathan Foxworth and Josh Roberts second. Wayne Bridges and Mike Davis, third row. Fourth row is Brett Vanderwood and Doug Norton. Travis McDonald and Chris Standridge on that fifth row. Sixth row is going to be Kelly McKellen and Brian Angel. Mike Butler and Mikey Mixter will be on that seventh row, but they are still both in the pits. All right, off we go. Lap 4 of 50, our restart here. Our second start for the 50-lap feature race. See, Mike Mixter's managed to get himself back out on the track to 00. Mike Butler also racing his way down pit lane to get out on that track. John Bennett, our race leader, his teammate Kent McLean right behind him alongside the B-main bandit Jonathan Foxworth. Josh Roberts back there behind them with Mike Davis as well. And we can see Wayne Bridges and Brett Vanderwood side by side with Doug Norton coming in on that low line. Behind Doug, Travis McDonald, Chris Eric, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Mikey Mixter and Mike Butler also back there behind that field. Caution is out. This one looks like it might have been Chris Standridge, 22. Let's have a look. For frick's sake, get on the right cams. There we go. Oh, teammate gets into him. Kelly McKellen finishes him off. He comes to a rest on the outfield wall. While they're circling the field, getting lined back up, I'm just going to visit the little BobbethTV's room. I'll be back in just 1 minute. All right, lap 8 of 50 back underway. It's actually lap 9 of 50, Bob, as they complete that restart lap. John Bennett is our race leader with Jonathan Foxworth in second, Kent McLean third, Josh Roberts fourth, and Wayne Bridges currently in fifth. The rest of the field is as follows: Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Doug Norton, Calvin McKellar, Chris Derrick, Brent Van was for Mike Butler, Mikey mixed to the 6 to 14. We've still got a lot of racing to go. 40 laps still remain in this 50-lap main event for MOTOWEAR International Limited Late Models. All thanks to Knuckleheadz, iRacing League, and MOTOWEAR International. Oh, there's been a bit of a crash back there. We saw that. Doug Norton, Chris Andrews, Mike Butler, Kelly McKellan, it looks like. Thomas Dennis, thanks for the like and for tuning in, my man. Appreciate you. There's Doug Norton, just got pulled across the nose into the 22 of Chris Dandridge. And looked like Brett Benwood unable to avoid the rest of that pile-up. All right. 22, the 52, 48, all into the pits. It's going to be John Bennett, Jonathan Foxworth, Kent McLean, Wayne Bridges, Josh Roberts, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, Mikey mixed to Mike Butler. When we get this one going again. Single file restart, lap 11 of 50. First 50 of this race underway. Still 40 laps remain. Always a tough round, the MOTOWEAR International Limited Late Models. It's Josh Roberts tries to make his good play from 5th to 4th. Wayne Bridges has got to defend it though. Travis McDonald back there behind them. He's done well, having a rear of field start. Got himself up into 6th place with these last few restarts. With those guys though, the top three. John Bennett in our race lead. Jonathan Foxworth, Bime Bandit in second. Kent McLean, John's teammate, in third currently. Weird right side door window camera that I can never find. Brian Angel is our view from that one. green flag run in so far. Mike Butler still in the pits. Like he crashed last lap, was able to get in there before the yellow was called. Lap 17 of 50 now. Current racing order is John Bennett in the race lead. Jonathan Foxworth second, Kevin McLean third. Wayne Bridges is fourth with Josh Roberts fifth. Travis McDonald in at sixth, but they are battling each other, Josh and Travis. Brian Angel in seventh. Mike Davis eighth. Brett Vanderwood ninth. Mikey Mixter 10th. Chris Stenridge 11th. Kelly McKellen in 12th. Doug Norton in 13th. Mike Butler being in the pits has locked up that 14th position for now. Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges. That's 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Josh Roberts did have the 4th place spot, but has fallen back down the field a little bit there. Wayne Bridges and Travis McDonald now the 4th and 5th place battlers. Brian Angel also able to take advantage of that situation. There's been a couple of distinct packs forming. We've got the one up the front, which is the first and second car, John Bennett, Jonathan Foxworth. A few car legs back, Kent McLean in third. Then a few car legs back is the other pack, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Josh Roberts, and Wayne Bridges. Got Wayne. Then behind them, there's a little two-car pack of, a three-car pack. Chris Stenridge, Mikey Mixter. Oh my God, Brett Vanderwood, I'll spit it out, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Then we've got Kelly McKellen and Doug Norton back behind them. Coming up in the halfway mark of this 50-lap feature race. With 6 laps in, 25 still to come as we get this one motoring along. We have had a pretty decently good green flag run. Everyone seems to be on that high line and just following the car in front of them at this stage. Time down that backstretch. John Bennett still our race leader with Jonathan Foxworth is 8/10 behind him, but if you look on the track map, not that far, considerably further back, about 3.5 seconds. Kent McLean in third with Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald 4th and 5th. Brian Angel, Josh Roberts, Chris Stenridge, Mikey Mixter, Brett Vanderwood 6 to 10. Kelly McKellen, Mike Davis, Doug Norton 11 to 13. Mike Butler has officially retired and popped that car on the trailer. Knuckleheadz score on him, the 48. There he is alongside the 99, Michael Mad Dog Davis. My beautiful face on his car as you must have saw it. He must have copped a visual of my face on that roof and got distracted, and that has brought out our latest caution. We'll line them back up and get this one going. It's going to be lap 34 on a restart. All right, they are lining it back up. Looks like single file. Pace Truck has left the track. John Bennett, Jonathan at Foxworth, Kent McLean, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Josh Roberts, Mikey Mixter, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standish, Mike Davis, Doug Norton and Kelly McKellen. 13 cars remain in this field. Lap 33 of 50. This is the MOTOWEAR International Limited late models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Can be viewed exclusively live on MOTOWEAR TV, courtesy of BobbethTV, YouTube, Facebook and Twitch. Of 50. John Bennett, Jonathan at Foxworth still having that battle up the front, but we've got a lot of midfield battles as well right now. Travis McDonald, Brian Angel battling for 5th and 6th spot. Travis McDonald has it. Brian Angel wants it. He's up there for out of them in 4th though. Josh Roberts battling for 7th and 8th. Looks like Mike's got that high line run past him. Yeah, he's going to come down low with Josh Roberts. That's not going to leave a lot of real estate. That practically 3 wide, 7th, 8th, and 9th positions. Angel ducks out, drops down behind Josh Roberts. Mike mixture up high still. Just trying to keep that rear end out of the way of Brian Angel. A little bit more speed there, Brian Angel it seems. Bridges, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Decent little racing line there going on. Oh, Mike mixed up into the wall. That's going to drop him back to 9th. Josh up to 7th, Brett up to 8th. 10 to go. I can see on the track map, John Bennett and Jonathan Foxworth just get a start-finish line. Lap 41 is a go, 10 remain. This has been a battle. In fact, let's get up there and watch some of that battle. Looking at the track map there, John really having to hang on. Jonathan Foxworth giving him everything he's got. Although, we do know what's the line. If you follow the leader, you won't get past him. So you're going to have to do something different soon, Jonathan. Close that gap for sure, but you're going to have to do something else to get by him. And you get that nose between the car and the wall. That will give you the momentum run. Looks like there's a little bit of room there. That's certainly something that he could try. Could go for a dive-in mini slider line. He's trying to get that nose underneath him by the looks of it, which would imply he is thinking of a slider. He's putting that pressure on. He can close that distance, that nose. I reckon you could barely slip an A4 piece of paper between those two times. That is close racing. Amazing effort to have not turned him yet. Does not want to get the lead that way. Wants to force an error, sure, but doesn't want to be the error. As we look out the right window of John Bennett's race lead car. Coming into 3 and 4. See how high up onto that wall he is getting. Feel like you need to try something, Jonathan. I know you don't want to try it too early and leave him room to try something back, but you've got to like have a look, I think. Just something. Oh, a bit wide there by John on exit. That will be a little bit less speed. Get off that camera. Time. John Bennett is being absolutely challenged right now by the B-Main Bandit, sorry, Jonathan Foxworth. See a few sparks that rear end of John Bennett's biting down so hard that we're getting sparks off the frame there. And the wall. Up now. Oh, caution's out. Of course we're going to have a green-white checkered finish. Of course we are. Of course we are. It would not be a 50-lap main event without a race coming down to the last 2 laps. It is going to be a single-file restart. That is going to be the only benefit to John Bennett in this restart. Let's go back and see what might have brought the caution out. Looks like it was Kelly McKellen coming to a crash. There, the 48. Side Mike Davis. A bit of contact there, gets up in front of him, and just that last little bit of contact was more than enough to send Kelly all the way around. Alright, let's reset for what should be our final restart of the racing week, of the night, of the round. We are done again until Sunday night American, Monday morning Australian, when we do it all over again. Only about 2 months, 7-8 weeks to go in the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's competition. 5 races over 3 nights. So we are getting to the thick of it. I would love a 2-wide restart, Jonathan, but it is not going to happen, mate. I am so sorry to say that to you, to be the bearer of bad news. McKellen has retired, officially locked in at 13th. It's going to be 12 cars in this green-white checkered restart. For those that aren't aware, green-white checkered are a 2-lap start-finish run. So the green flag run to get up to speed, the white flag run to finish the race. Checkered flag obviously signifies the finish. That will be what we're about to watch, unless there is a caution somewhere in this first lap. All right, the order of restart is going to be John Bennett, Jonathan Foxworth, Kent McLean, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Chris Dandridge, Josh Roberts, Brett Vanderwood, Mikey Mixter, Mike Davis, and last but certainly not least, Doug Norton. Kelly McKellen and Mike Butler will be watching from the pits. They get to the drinks early, they get the really cold ones. we have a start. We're going to stick with our normal cams up the front. And just watch this battle. I think, unfortunately for Jonathan Foxworth, that battle may be over unless he tries something here in 3 and 4. Does have Kent McLean and Wayne Bridges very, very close. He is trying something in 3 and 4. John Bennett up into the wall. Oh, he crosses over, but he's got a bit of slack happening. There's a bit of a contact as they get to the white flag lap. John Bennett, oh my God, no. No caution. It will be called as a number of cars have crashed out. Wayne Bridges, our current race leader. Not what you wanted to see happen. He tried something, Jonathan Foxworth, but it just blew up in everyone's face as Wayne Bridges is due a victory. Not sure he wanted to get it that way, but he has it. What a finish. Let's go back. See if we can go back and watch some of that again. There's the crossover, there's the contact as they race to the start-finish line, but unfortunately for him and Jonathan Foxworth, looks like Josh Roberts' solidarity as well. Unfortunate. All right, let's get those results up on our screen for our 50-lap feature race. So Yoda Outlaws, Mike Butler, of course, 14th. MoToWEAR Mafias, Kelly McKellen in 13th. Josh Roberts for J&J Motorsports in 12th. J&J and BAM Motorsports, John Bennett, unfortunately in 11th. And Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit, in 10th. Mikey Mixed at 9th. MoToWEAR Mafias, Doug Norton, Mike Davis in 8th and 7th. BAM Motorsports driver Kent McLean in 6th, our top 5. Yoda Outlaws driver Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standridge and Brian Angel take out the 5th, 4th and 3rd spots. Travis McDonald in 2nd and Wayne Bridges from the Wayne's World Racing Series in 1st. Whoa, what a finish. Did not see that one coming. I figured Jonathan would try something at the end there, but didn't think it'd play like that. So a bit of a wild finish. Let's jump up to the booth and see who we've got to chat to. All right, looks like the boss is in the booth already, but this man, Wayne Bridges, Kent McLean did call out during the week, yesterday I think, that this man, Wayne Bridges, you are due a victory, having what I'd almost call the Dawson Potter run, very consistent top 5, top 3 run of recent times. Just not able to sort of close that gap, get it done. Bit of a win's a win, but fortunately for you, you had no say in how this one went down. But not always the way, I guess, not to sully that victory, but not all the way, always the way you want to get the victory. But if you do get it this way, you don't want to be involved in that crash. Talk us through that last lap. You had a pretty good seat for it. It looked obvious that Jonathan was going to try something, but just a bit quick, bit loose coming out of 4, and that sort of set the ignition, the fuse on that stick of dynamite. But yeah, just we'll come back to the rest of the race because you had a pretty good race yourself. Talk us through that last bit. What was going through your mind, apart from holy shit?
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't really paying too much attention to them. Travis was giving me a fit behind me, so that was my main concern. And coming out of 4, I saw them touching, and then their misfortune is my fortune. So
exactly right. I think Kent also almost had a clean line through, but just got sandwiched and sort of held up. Otherwise, that top 3 could have been very different. But like I say, as long as you're not the car involved in the crash, those ones are not so bad. Definitely will take them.
that's exactly right.
So yeah, obviously, definitely congratulations. You've been one of those guys that one of, I think, 2 in this series that are in the like up near that top 5 in points, where it's just consistency that's got you there. You haven't yet got that win. Well, you have now, obviously, but you hadn't yet got that win in those races, and you're still sort of hanging with those boys. You're only about 20 points off the lead now. Obviously, championship may not be something you're sort of looking at, but with 7 weeks to go, 7 weeks to go, and with the way the boys have been racing and all that extra competition, I feel like there's going to be some surprises battling in that top 5 before the season's out, especially in this late model competition. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
You never know. These guys, they can surprise you. It always gets interesting toward the end of the season. But I personally, I never look at the points because if I start worrying about
you
that,
start
that's just
focusing.
something else on your mind.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. And there's enough to worry about as it is. Now, speaking of your overall race, and this is something we could, like, if we were chatting on any of the races recently with you up here in the booth, it'd be a similar conversation. Uh, Geez, that top four to top eight, that is really such a hard competitive spot to hold on to. You guys were battling a lot in that field. When I say you guys, I mean Travis McDonald, Brian Angel. There was a fourth person. I think it might have been Josh Roberts at the time. Yeah, it was. Uh, where any one of you, any three of you four were three wide for a position at any given time coming through the turns. You were having some awesome battles trying to hold on to fourth and fifth spot for a number of the laps and the restarts and things like that. And it's like that every other race as well. The 4 to 8 position, I would dread to be sitting in that position because you're probably 60% more worrying about the guy behind you and 40% the guy in front of you, and you want to sort of switch those values around. How
Yeah.
how great is? I mean, it's got to be good. You're only going to get better from that level of competition, but
Yeah.
is
Well,
there too much? Is there so much thing as too much white knuckle?
oh no, can't have too much white knuckle. And in this particular race, if you before we went single file, if you were lucky enough to get outside, that's
Hmm.
how you moved up through the pack. And
Yeah,
so I was fortunate on that a few times.
the Highline definitely looks strong. I mean, we saw that the last sort of, I guess, that restart. I think it was before the green white checkered. I think it was about 8 or 10 to go, and the entire, I think it was like as far back as I could see, up to the top six. You guys were just following the car in front of you. It was just everyone was up as high as they could get without that. Either very few sparks when setting the car into the turn and keeping the speed up, or just that little bit lower off the thing. But follow the leader. Obviously, we talk about that where race speed in this division, or in any division, race speed in this league is so close that you can close that gap. We saw it with Jonathan and Travis, John, a lot before that final lap, where Jonathan had that nose pretty much right up under John's at most of the time, but you don't have enough speed to sort of get by them. How do you sort of combat someone challenging you and still try and keep that car going, forward, keep going, keep it heading in the right, hitting your marks and things like that?
The best thing to do is never to look in that rearview mirror. Of course, we didn't have mirrors, but
Yep,
try not to worry about the car behind you.
yep,
I mean, if I start thinking about Travis, so obviously I look at the relatives, so I make sure I'm not trying to screw him up or anything. But if I pay too much attention to that, he's going to pass me because I'm going to make a mistake. And on this kind of track, that's what he was waiting on
yep,
because he was doing really good when he would get a run down low. But he just needed me to make that little bobble.
yeah. Now looking at the lap times, he was actually the quickest lap out there tonight, 19.2.6. It looks like in terms of that last lap, 2020 for him, 2016. Unfortunately, we don't get the scores for a couple of those other guys, but uh, I think that's the key. I think, yeah, you're right. One of the guys, I remember when I first started in iRacing, and I was doing the dirt street stock officials in the rookie division, and sort of said, I'm a chatty guy. I love to talk, if it isn't obvious. Um, and so I was talking to the guys at lobby, good luck, all that stuff, and I was like, "What's the one bit of advice you'd like to give someone that's new to iRacing that isn't obvious?" And yeah, this old guy piped up and he's like, "If you see them in your, if you're worrying about them in your mirror, then they're in your mind. They've already beat you, type of thing. So just to not worry, like." To not pay that no mind. Now, I'm a mirror racer. I like to know where everyone is at all times and use every single tool to be able to do
I
so.
I do too.
So they get in my mind a lot. So I look at some of these battles and I'm like, man, like John and Jonathan. If you guys go back, because you probably had some good seats, but obviously not being able to look too far ahead. Some of those battles were crazy. But watching that 4th to 8th, 4th to 9th battle, especially when the green flag runs got going and you guys had that rubber band wound up very tight and you had that speed where every set was important. A couple of guys getting a little bit loose in the slick. A couple of guys able to check up and not turn them, which was amazing tonight, given the number of racing incidents we did have. There could have been a lot more. But you guys just gel so well together, race so hard, and it's not that. I guess it's like if you talk about the difference between cockiness and confidence. Like cockiness is obviously some of those drivers that come along and we don't see them a race or two later. Confidence is knowing that you can throw it in hard, and the guy beside you is going to keep it sideways and clean and race you just as hard as you race him. And it's such a pleasure to watch you guys race because that's all I've been getting the last 2 weeks.
I know what you're saying.
It's you raise the bar and then the bar just go, all right, we have to beat that next time, and oh, you've got to think eventually you guys are going to peak out. There's going to be a glass ceiling to the best of you.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's not.
Yeah, we talk about that. We have drivers meetings, and then the admins are together, and we're like, man, we're racing so clean, already. So I mean, we got a really good group of drivers.
Yeah. No, and the late model competition, it has been like I've sort of been labeling them all. I think late models has been the toughest of the 5 races that we've got. The Tuesday night stuff usually surprisingly is the raciest. The asphalt street stocks on dirt and the crazy wingless stuff. But recently the street stocks and the UMP, it's just been all week. You guys are just some of you guys like yourself, you're picking up the win here tonight. Dawson Potter's picked up 2 wins in the prior 2 weeks for his first league victories. Yoda Outlaws, they're starting to do really well at 3rd, 4th, and 5th here tonight. I almost I don't want to put any ideas in you guys' heads, but we could almost do something team-based next season with the way the groups have been forming, and it's such a good thing to see, and everyone's just getting better from it. And like the boys have said in the chat, congrats Wayne, nice run. Yeah, like
I appreciate it.
It wasn't the result we're expecting on lap 49, but the race is not over till that checkered flag is thrown, and you were the man in the spot at the time.
That's exactly right.
So congratulations, bragging rights for the racing week. Before we let you go though, brother, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out to? We spoke about a couple of them, but you can't say enough, I think, about these guys.
Oh, my wife, man, she puts up with this racing, all the time. So, shout out to her, and of course, my boys and my grandkids.
Definitely, always good to have that support, and none better than the crew chief, wife, girlfriend, partner. I always joke that, the fact that they let us do this crazy little hobby is awesome. But I've seen a few of them get on it and have a go at it as well. So when will we see Mrs. Bridges or some of the grandkids on the sim, you reckon?
Oh, I don't know. You never can tell.
Never cared. We might have to have like a powder puff wife and kids event sometime.
Yeah,
mid-season.
We did it. Yeah, we did it in the past. At one point, we should try it again.
No, I love those ones. I had a very successful one with a friend and his kids and a bunch of wives and friends and family and stuff. And always good because it's funny how sometimes the other half can be a bit annoyed by our habit, and then they discover it and they sometimes run with it a bit more than us. It's crazy, and none more so than Tina Davis. Obviously, we've got Mike Davis's ex-wife who races with us on the Sunday nights, things like that. So I reckon that'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Well, look, congratulations on the board for the MOTOWEAR International Limited late models, putting the boys on notice. 7 weeks to go in this racing series. There's still a bit of racing to go given the format. But it's going quick. Look forward to next week and seeing what you boys can do again.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll see you.
Catch you, man. Nice talking. All right, that was our race winner here tonight, Wayne Bridges. He is also the man that put together the Wayne's World Racing Series, the ARS Series, Asphalt Street Stocks on Dirt. Monday night, Tuesday morning. Monday night, American, Tuesday night. Oh my God, Monday night American, Tuesday morning Australians. Bob, you get your act together. It is the end of the broadcast, I know, but you can't shut down yet. All right, thank you to Chris Standridge, Brian Angel, Thomas Dennis, Ken McKellen, Josh Roberts, Kenneth McLean. Appreciate you all, everyone that lurked in the background, the drivers. Thank you so much for putting on an awesome show. My name's Bob. That's us for the racing week. We'll catch you again next week. Love is all. Bye.